Too bad now. Lane Carroll's going to call timeout. It's had some issues there getting the play call in. 9 minutes, 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter of action, and it's 7-7 the score, and the Bearcats are going to burn their first timeout of the first half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Follow Bearcat Radio on Twitter with the handle @VHS Bearcat Radio and on Facebook by searching Bearcat Radio for the upcoming broadcast schedule and shows on the flagship stream of Virginia High School Athletics.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Bearcat Radio. 7-7 the score. Cats setting up here. Second down and 11. They're going to have to get it across the 50 to the 44-yard line. Howard's going to take this one and fall forward for a short gain, close to 3 there on the carry. He gets it inside of 10 yards here for this third down. It's going to be 3rd and a 9 situation here.
Bad part about it, though, is you should have another first down chalked up right now.
Yep, that should have been it would have been enough original first down, but got to get it to where we got to get it inside the 50 on the other side, get it just to the 46-yard line. The ball sitting on the 44. There's a snap. Lathrop rolling off to the right, flips it across. Medley gets hit right at the 50 hard. It's coming up to clean it up there was River Carter wiping him off. Before he can get to the first, it'll bring up 4th down. Now the punt team's going to come back out onto the field.
And when the offense doesn't get penalized, they're very efficient. I mean, 15 yards, that's 5 yards of play. That's enough to keep you going.
So another drive. It's going to end in a punt for the Cats. After that first drive where they drove it all the way down the field for a touchdown, they've really slowed up. This is a good punt here from Carroll down inside the 20 as it'll bounce and take a Virginia high bounce inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. Or actually inside, to the 15 to about the 12-yard line, actually. That's where the Falcons will set up for their drive here. Power cord fell off there. I was making sure we wasn't going to lose power. Mark's tape job must not have held up very good. Or it's that cheap tape that Brad Carter bought us.
That $2 packing tape.
Yeah. So the Cats defense will get back out on the field as the Falcons take over on the right hash, near the right hash, inside the 15-yard line, their own 15. Wing T look. They'll put a man in motion, roll out with the quarterback, try to get it right up the middle on a power play, and he gets close to 8 or 9 there on the carry. That's Gage Booth. Another good run there from him. He's been able to do that for the better part of the season so far, and right there was no different. Booth again doesn't pass it a whole lot. Has one rushing TD on the year, but most of the time he's just moving, directing traffic back there in that busy backfield for the Falcons. It's 2nd down and 8. Ball sitting at the 21-yard line. They've got to get it to the 23. There's a snap. This time it's Pierre Jordan off the left side. He spins, and he's brought down there. Good tackle from the Cats. Jordan had all his momentum going, and he just got stood up right at the end of that and got a yard.
Had that, but they definitely slung him back.
Well, it looked like he was going to go for 15 there, and they were able to hold him up for 1 yard. It brings up 3rd down and 1. Ball's sitting at the 22. They've got to get it to the 23. Big 3rd down coming here in the second quarter. 7:04 to go as the Cat defense looking to get a stop. Wing look. They've got the double wing set here. So look for that counter play. As rolling out is Booth, and he's met in the backfield, but he's got nobody to stop him as he green grass in front of him past the 50 to the 40. A busted play here as he gets down inside the 30. First down Falcons. Huge gain there on a 3rd down and 1.
Nobody on the backside stayed home at all.
53-yard gain for Booth as he broke loose there on 3rd down and 1. It looked like they were setting up to pass. Booth just turned and rolled back out around there, and nobody was there on contain, and ends up being a huge play, 53 yards. Down to the 26-yard line. There's a snap. This time it's Jordan off to the left side. He's met in the backfield, but he's able to get forward for a yard. That was Alex Adkins coming up and cleaning it up. So
what a weird motion was that? He just kind of walked himself back to his motion instead of athletically moving.
It wasn't a quick motion. It was definitely a slow motion. Slow motion there for Abingdon. Well, you see a lot of movement in this backfield. They give you a lot to look at.
But only one part really matters.
You got to know where the ball's at. That's the number one thing. Right hash, 21-yard line, now at the 20. There's a snap. This time up the middle is Holloway. There's a flag down on the play.
Looks like a holding call.
They were able to rip him down. Let's see what they're going to call that one from the line judge. It was right at the tackle, so it makes you wonder if it's not against Virginia High. Face mask on the Bearcats. That's a 15-yard penalty and a first down automatically for Abingdon, and that'll put them inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Dylan, you wonder what the difference is tonight.
Or inside the 20, that is. Oh, so just give the yards and get the second down now. And 2, they just give them the 5 there and take the play. There's a snap. This is Jordan off to the right side. 4 or 5 cats there. Schaefer, first one to meet him. He's right at the sticks. Got it to the 20, and he had to get it to the 21. Looks like it's enough to move the chains on 3rd down. It is a first down Falcons as they move it inside the red zone. Brought to you by State Line Motors down to the 16. 7-7 the score. 5:23 to go in the first half. 2 wide receivers going out to the right. 2 running backs in the backfield. There's a snap, this time off to the left side. It's Holloway again down inside the 10 as he's finally met there. Coming to make the tackles, Bobby Medley. Gets it down inside the 10 to the 9. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
You can just see the frustration starting to build for this Virginia High defense and the offense whenever the penalties come their way, too. Like I said, the difference this whole game so far has been the penalties.
Yeah, they've been able to move the ball, but getting penalties have set them behind the chains. Here's another wing set strong to the right. This time running off to the left side. Nobody's there. So that's an easy run there from Lance Willis for a touchdown from 9 yards out, and Abingdon takes the lead. Just a motion play, a little reverse there, a little trickeration. And it's 13-7. Abingdon leading. Well, with the extra point looming. On for the extra point is Griffith. And the momentum here at the stadium is completely flipped after that first drive. Falcons student section out in front of us. A lot of kids out here for the game as this one's nearly blocked. Off to the left, and he missed it wide to the left, so a missed extra point. Cut keeps it just a 6-point game.
Kind of reminds you a little bit of what happened last week.
13-7 the score. 8-play drive for the Falcons, 88 yards. Remember, this one started down inside the 20-yard line, so a huge drive for the Falcons as they take the lead for the first time this afternoon.
All proceeds go towards supporting our student athletes.
Again, like I said, put on your hard hats. It's going to be a long night if you can't stop the run, but the defense showed spurts of being able to stop the runs. We'll see if they can dig back in, but I think right now the mindset of these penalties really starting to wear into this team.
Yeah, and honestly, you could just see the defamation in their face once the penalty came across, because they had them at third and 6, 3rd and 8, something along the lines of that, and the penalty just really reversed the whole role there. So
13-7 the score. They'll kick it off here with 4:41 to go until half. Again, the kickoff's brought to you by State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol. Griffith has it teed up. See if they try that little pooch kick again to Howard over there on the right side of the field. They'll pooch it even shorter this time as It dropped there. Trying to make the grab was Trey Moore, and it hit off the end of his fingertips, and it's recovered by the Falcons right at the 40-yard line. Right there, you just got to catch that ball. Not a lot you could do about it, though. That was a smart play by the Falcon kicking team, but you gotta secure that thing. It's right there. You call the fair catch, and you have to realize that they can't hit you. You can't try to catch that and then run after it. It seemed like that's what Moore tried to do, and that's a timeout called by Virginia High there. Try to avoid a quick change here as just a little mistake. Another that was a big mistake there, a turnover on the kickoff.
And Lane Carroll's kick, I mean, you could basically count that as a turnover too.
So Abingdon will have the ball inside the 40-yard line. After basically it was just a little pooch to the second level of that kick return team and just wasn't able to be caught. I think it was Trey Moore who hit off his hands. Of course, you got to catch it.
Got to catch it.
There's no letting it hit and bouncing on a kickoff, of course, live. So just a well-placed kick there on the little squibber and paid off for the Falcons as they get the ball on the turnover. 1st and 10 Falcons. So quick turnaround here as they'll get the ball right back. 13-7 Falcons leading. 4:40 to go as the defense back out onto the field for the Cats. Ball sitting on the 39-yard line, that is. There's a snap straight away this time with Holloway, and he gets 4 or 5 as he fell forward. Inside the 35. It's a gain of 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 over there on the right hash. They're working right to left across the field.
5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down, 5.
This is an Abingdon team that went 9-2 last year, made it to the quarterfinals of the VHSL state tournament back in 2015. So they're coming off several good seasons for the Falcons. Again, going back to the wing tee, run heavy, as this time it's Holloway again up the middle. He stopped short this time, only a gain of close to 2 or 3. It'll bring up a 3rd down, and a big 3rd down at that.
And you can just feel how big this play is, Dylan. If Virginia High stops them here, it looked for a little bit of electricity to start pumping through that sideline.
It's 3rd down and 2 as Gabe Booth gets the play from the sideline.
31-yard line.
See what they do here. 3rd down and 2. They've got to get it inside to the 29. Ball sitting on the 31, right in the middle of the field. There's the snap. Handoff off the left side. This is Pierre Jordan off to the left. Got it up near the 32-yard line for the 1st down. It looks like at least a preliminary sign. And it is a 1st down for the Falcons. They move it off to the left side. He was able to get to the edge. And now the Cats going to make some changes on the defensive line. A couple of guys coming off. Dante Harris.
Got to start being gassed.
All the starting defensive linemen off the field, and they've brought in the backups. Here's a run up the middle
Fumble.
this time, and he fumbled the ball. It's rolling around. It's picked up on the outside there, recovered. There's a flag on the play. Colton Ratcliffe picked it up, and they're saying it's Bearcat ball at the 10-yard line.
I don't believe it was a flag. It was just where he threw it.
It was the
marker.
White, the marker. So fumble, and the Cats recover it down inside the 20-yard line. It was going to be a 5 or 6 yard gain, but it got booted, coughed up, and the Cats recovered. That was a huge play for the Bearcats. Colton Ratcliffe coming up with it, and he got it, and he got tackled right at the 10-yard line. So
Bearcats needed something like that. They really did.
Like you said, that bad punt and then that. Both special teams miscues so far really hurt them, but that time able to. Now you got to go on a drive. 3:03 to go, 13-7 the score as the Cats are at the 10-yard line. There's a snap. Lathrop dropping back. He's under pressure. He's breaking a couple of tackles out past the 10. He's going to try to get it on his own. Out past the 15 as he's drugged down there, spun around. There's a penalty flag down on the play. Face mask.
Face mask. That's going to have to be a 15-yarder, too.
Yeah, that was a pretty aggressive face mask. They're going to call a horse collar tackle. We'll see what they end up calling. The preliminary motion was a horse collar, and I believe it is a 15-yard Lathrop got 7 on the carry, on the scramble. It was really a dangerous scramble. He was back in the